And share my screen again. For those of you that are joining us again, welcome back. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, if you would be so kind to share with us where you're from, what you do, that would be greatly appreciated. A brief intro about myself. I am Deja Nicole, the Special Programs Coordinator here at the Fearless Artist. We love the Artist Circle. For those of you guys that are new and joining us, the Artist Circle is our weekly talk that we do with an artist or somebody in the artist community that we just want to highlight and share light on what they do in their community and welcome them to ours. So again, drop in the chat where you're from, what you do, why you're joining us, and happy Sunday, happy July 3rd. I know it's a holiday weekend, and thank you for taking some time out to join us at TFA on this beautiful Sunday. It's sunny where I am at the beach. Hopefully you guys are getting good weather as well wherever you are.
You're at the beach. Just rub it in, Asia. Just rub it in. I'm at the beach and I'm just loving life. Okay. I'm glad you are. It's great.
Yes. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Elena. Hey, who else is here? Melissa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Karla and Vic. I want to remind everybody, to buy TFA merch on our website at tfapopup.com, to RSVP for our future events at linktree /thefearlessartist.com. That way you all can stay up to date on our future events, any events that we have coming in the future. Also keep your eye out for keep your eye out for TFA Pop-Up 2022, the Liberation of Beauty in Miami during Art Basel Miami. We just wrapped up TFA Pop-Up New York, which was so great, such a success. I saw most of you on this call there, so thank you all for coming out and supporting and joining us. We had a great time. We enjoyed seeing you all and fellowshipping with you all. It was great. All of our events, we had such great feedback on them, and we just can't wait to join you all in community again in Miami for the Liberation of Beauty this year, November 30th through December 4th. My screen. So we're going to jump right in and get started. For today, July 3rd's Artist Circle with Karla Ballard, who is the founder and CEO of YING. Today's Artist Circle is called Creating a Connected Culture Through Group Skill Sharing. So a brief intro to Karla is the CEO and founder of YING. She is, bear with me, sorry, Karla has spent much of her career building relationships and utilizing her expansive network to create initiatives throughout the world that align with her life mission of creating a culture that cares. While she has a background of community organizing as the founder of the Urban League here in Washington, D.C., she also has taken on creating nationwide change as the 2020 vice president candidate for the presidential election alongside Brock Pierce, a Web 3.0 pioneer, a billionaire philanthropist. Together, they made history as the first presidential candidate to ever be voted for on the blockchain. Today, she runs a unique fintech, I hope I said that right, a fintech company called YING, incorporating for the first time community capital and financial capital in one platform and a movement to rebuild back our beloved communities. Karla, thank you so much for taking time out to join us, TFA, for our Artist Circle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to stop sharing this screen, let you introduce yourself a little bit more to our platform here, and then when you're ready, I will share my screen with your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much, Deja. That was so sweet. I am Born and raised in Philadelphia. And actually, the only correction I would say is I'm the co-founder of the Metropolitan Wilmington, Delaware Urban League. Worked closely with Senator Biden, now President Biden, and my mentor, Dr. Jim Gilliam Sr., who helped to co-found one of the largest national civil rights organizations. We have an affiliate in Delaware. So, but you know, one of the things that I love so much about what Kiki has founded is the love, and passion of being able to support artists. And so I have the blessed opportunity to work with one of my favorite artists, Victoria Mendoza, who is also here and helped to create this beautiful t-shirt that I'm wearing as well. Have to give some love. We are launching a caricature that really speaks to our heart and spirit of YING, which is some that we're calling them the Skillies. And the Skillies represent artists, represent all sorts of lovely skills that we inevitably been given when we were, you know, when we ported down to this earth, this thing called mothership, Earth. And that gives us the ability to just recognize that everybody belongs here. We all add value, and we have the ability to leverage our skills in the most creative, amazing way. And so we really started years ago in building this concept, and it's seemingly now more, I think, needed now more than ever. A lot of people are starting to get the memo that we are going to face some times that we've not experienced before. And artists are already and have already been there and done that. You know, the resiliency in artists, I think many people need to learn about, you know, and so it's exciting to build a community of care that's already in existence amongst artists. But now what we decided to do is to build a tool that allows for us to leverage technology to facilitate that care a lot more efficiently. We started to see years ago when Venmo chopped literally, I like to say, chop the knees off of traditional banking. Venmo created this peer-to-peer payment system. That wasn't in existence. A lot of people thought Venmo's been around forever. It's just been part of society. No. Venmo created something of a statement when they created a peer-to-peer payment system. The second thing that happened is that the sharing economy, right? The sharing economy actually became something that people started talking about in culture. So one of the things that I'm passionate about is 7 years ago when these ideas started to come to me, I wanted to build something that could allow and facilitate caring for each other in a peer-to-peer network way easier. So that's a part of me, you know, talking about the journey, and we'll get more into the platform. But I started in Philadelphia and lived at a place called, and was born at a place called Fairfax Friends. Literally, that was the name of my apartment building as an infant. And I remember literally growing up with all these other kids. They weren't our blood relatives, but I remember other kids in the apartment. And it was because my mom was connected with other moms. And we grew up eating each other's food. Literally, it was like a commune or a kibbutz in Jewish community in Israel. There are kibbutz, you know, where people live and actually commune together. So that must have hit my DNA somehow, some way, because I always wanted to feel that. I always wanted to feel like I had an extended family, even beyond my family, right? Village is so important to me. It means something to me to the extent that I want to feel that way every single day. So meeting Kiki and seeing her as a sister that also felt that way, and then seeing the fearless artist, I was like, oh my God, we're kindred spirits. Like, what I see you all doing is a manifestation. It does take a village, Deja, you're right. Like a manifestation of that energy. So for us to come together and say, yes, let's see how we can get this out there, right, for the mainstream is everything. So it's a little bit about my background. Went to University of Virginia, went into banking. So here's another thing. I learned that currency matters. Currency is a form of energy exchange, period. But I also saw that people who didn't have it suffered greatly. People that did have it, a lot of it, also go through their own isolation sense of suffering. So these things were really fascinating to me. And I said, I need to solve for this idea of this exchange of value, right? Now, you didn't say exchange of money. I didn't say exchange of money. I said exchange of value. And when you think about exchanging value, right, you're thinking about how do I serve and get served, right? How do I have reciprocity? How do I have a sense of just feeling whole, that my needs are being met? And so that was something that I felt like we needed to do a better job of, because at this point in our society today, we centralize a lot of those resources. Meaning, if you don't have a job, you most likely cannot go out and actually purchase something. That's just what it is. It doesn't mean that, oh, if I don't have a job, or actually, let's step back. If I'm part of a community, wouldn't I naturally have something to contribute? Well, when you look at corporations and reasons why people don't get work, sometimes it's unfair, right? Or maybe sometimes they're not qualified. But in a village environment, everyone that was born in that village had a job. It was a given. Everyone that's part of that village has a mission greater than themselves, period. It was for not just to go ahead and just be me, consume. But when you're part of a village, you're part of a larger mission, and you're still getting fed. You're still being able to wake up. You still have some type of mission that's greater than yourself. And so for me, I said, we have to solve for this and make it fun, make it exciting. This doesn't have to be another social welfare program at all, right? This just can be embedded, hopefully, within our society in a way that we can really get pumped about it. So in kind of leaning on that and taking a lot of my history and going into banking and understanding and studying currency, I said, this is the time for us to create a tool. So we can go ahead and put the slide up whenever you're ready, and we'll walk through what we've created. I know that we're going to keep this short, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of what we've been building over the last 6 years and really land the plane. Questions you would like. So at the end of the day, I decided to go out and raise $800,000 by the co-founder of Venmo, the CEO of WordPress, the head of Machinima Games, surviving R. Kelly, Dream Hampton, Terry Hines, global communication head of Fox Sports. And I could go on and on. I've been blessed with a whole cap table of beautiful people and spirits that actually care about solving for how do we finally get back to a sense of being in community. So what is YING? We're a movement to drive currency for humankind. That's our focus. And we want to build a culture that cares. We recognize that the sharing economy is a way to essentially unlock community capital and really create communal prosperity. And we do it through group skill sharing. So the tool that we've built is a tool, we can go to the next slide, that allows for you to do a myriad of things. We connect your community. So once you get on the platform, you can actually open up a group skill sharing account. But here we have a group skill sharing account just within the Fearless Artists. So you guys will be able to connect with each other and really create, support for each other in this way. So just imagine if TaskRabbit almost had a group like platform. That's who we are. I say TaskRabbit had a baby with YING. We are, if TaskRabbit had a baby with Venmo, her name would be called YING, and that's who we are. So you can literally get tasks done amongst each other, and you're exchanging through a balance token. Balance token will be on the blockchain. So eventually you will be earning a form of currency that is being supported by a technology that allows for no one to be able to replicate the transaction. It is foolproof, which is amazing. We can get into talking more about the blockchain, but yes, this is going to be tokenized and allowed for you to be able to leverage it when you're needing your own tasks. The other piece that we've added is the ability for you to learn about different gigs, paid fiat currency gigs in your area. Even when you do the exchange with a balance token, let's say 1 hour of doing a task, I can get a balance token. And on top of that, you can earn cash gratuity in the platform. So we are all about way for people to be able to access the resources they need. The other piece for the fearless artist is I now have a way to begin to understand the amount of amazing skills just within my own group. That's often what we don't realize. Even if I asked you, how many of you know what your cousins do? Cousins, you heard me say it. How many of you know what skills your cousins have? Like if you could just list them out right now today, or brothers and sisters even, we'd be shocked. Now, if we lived in a village, I can tell you what, that's something that people understand what the skills are, because that's a huge part of achieving everyday needs in that village is people are literally known based on their skills. So that's why we have the skillies. That's why we're introducing the skillies, because I'm a skilly, you're a skilly. We're all in this together building a life for each other. So that's essentially what the app does. We can go to the next slide. So this talks about how you'll get started. I know that we'll walk through it, but it's super easy. You guys will have a membership code that you can onboard, and you'll use that. The Fearless Artist is it. You go to the web. Go to the web, or you can go download it both on Android and iOS, YING space group skill sharing. Now, the thing is that YING 2.5 is being released on July 7th, which will be a lot less buggy. And then on 3.0 will be also released fourth quarter, I'd say fourth quarter. So we ask you to journey with us during this beta time. Things may be buggy here and there, but we are super excited to let you know that we are in the process of doing all the new updates. So you will be able to onboard without any issues. Please upload your skills, the skills that you would like to offer to the community, and then you can go on from there. Also, to sign up for the next version, you can click on the link that Vic just gave you. We can go to the next slide. Okay, so this just really speaks about our partnership, and some of the things that you guys will start to take note of are various tasks that Deja, as the group admin, will be putting out within the YING group. When you go to the group page of the Fearless Artist on the platform, you'll see various tasks that Deja has put up for you, and you, Deja and Vic, are going to be working together administratively to get this information out to you. But we're super excited because as time goes on, you're going to start to feel a deeper connection with the people you're sharing skills with, and a deeper connection specifically to the organization of the Fearless Artist, because it's a powerful thing when you start to feel like you can rely on not just yourself, but others to be in support of each other, especially because of the larger mission that's available. So I'm going to pause there. I said I knew I'd be really fast and quick, and I'd love to just open it up for Q&A. Any questions?
Yeah, Karla, I have a question for you. So in regards to skill sharing within different industries and different types of groups, whether it be nonprofit or small businesses and things like that, how do you think that skill sharing within a creative community would be beneficial, like super beneficial to this specific group in particular?
That's a really great idea. I think we got to look at sometimes on a creative side, we are, and I say we because I'm an artist myself. I haven't revealed that much aspect, but I know, Victoria, you're always on me and saying you're an artist too. And that's true. I am an artist. Oftentimes my friends who have been artists may not be that great at accounting or identifying taxes and or social media or other things that support the artist, right? And so in many cases, what we want to do is ensure that there are people with those tools accessible on the group within the Fearless Artists. So I think that is huge, right? I think the other piece to that are there's various techniques within art that can be shared, and that could be visual arts, that could be graphic arts. Now that we are journeying through this wonderful thing called cryptocurrencies with NFTs and all of that, there's a huge opportunity for us to support each other in understanding, how do I launch an NFT? How do I market an NFT? What are the best platforms in which for me to use? When you can ask those questions and be vulnerable with an affinity group that you are tied to, specifically feeling comfortable asking those questions within the Fearless Artist movement, I think that's a major benefit.
Thank you. Kiki put in the chat a question. Can I do both in-person and virtual tasks?
Absolutely. And that's really huge, right? So if you are not living nearby and you want to still be able to leverage the resource, you can certainly do that virtually.
Yeah. I also, in regards to the virtual task, I think another cool thing that kind of extends from that question is sometimes like a task doesn't need to be done in person. You know, a task can be like you said, you know, I'm an artist and I want to learn about what is an NFT. Like, can we hop on a Zoom call and you educate me on that so I can take my art to the next level?
There you go. That's exactly right.
Deja, do you mind if we take this presentation down so we can see each other? Okay, awesome.
Great. Any other questions?
This isn't a question, but I'm just so excited to see the different skills that we have within the TFA community so that we can really come closer and utilize this skill sharing platform so that we can see, and I just feel like it'll help us bond closer as a community. I'm definitely excited to really onboard everybody and share this video, this meeting that we're having right now with everybody so that everybody can jump on board and the YING and TFA family can really, I feel like you, me, Vic, Kiki, Maggie are already one, but just get this as a YING and TFA family. So I'm just really excited for this to finally merge and we all utilize it.
And build. I'm so glad that you said it like that, Deja, because what we're going to discover is that we should have been doing this since day one. That's what we're going to discover. We're going to unlock a sense of humanity that we've not had in a very long time, right? And it's when you share your skills, even though it may sound basic or what have you, it's one of the most vulnerable things. And you're not showcasing them just to showcase them on, you know, on Instagram or whatever. You're saying, hey, I want to show up for you. And I already know you've got me too.
With purpose, yes. Kiki asked, what other onboarding events will YING have?
You're mute.
Oh, me? Yes. Yeah, so as the Young Curators program begins next week, we're super excited to again like have this partnership with you guys. And so although this artist circle was a nice intimate group. Me and Deja are going to be working close to really make sure that you guys are, the whole community is really prepared and excited to get this up and running. And I do the community engagement with Ying, and so part of that is making sure that you guys are utilizing the app and getting the most of it, right? So that if there's any ways that I can support, whether it be onboarding sessions once a month, then I'm available for that. So yeah, I'm here to be of service to you guys.
That's great. Well, we ended like in a good time frame.
We sure
Deja.
did.
Yes. There's a question. Will the link above, I guess the link that you were talking about, Victoria, I know you all launch the new, I guess.
Oh, 2.5. So you can download right now if you use that QR code. Vic, if you can send them the link to onboard and download Android and iOS. If you give them that link that Vic is about ready to give you is the link that will actually get you to the platform today, right now, and you can onboard. But if you, Bruce, what do you have? Do you have iOS or Android?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Oh, do you have iOS or Android?
Do you have an
I
iPhone?
iPhone?
No, I'm on my computer right now.
Okay, so if you go to yingme.app, that yingme.co, onboarding.yingme.app is not correct. Onboarding.yingme.co is correct. So onboarding.yingme.co, or you can go to yingme.app, Bruce, if you're on the web, you said? If you're on the web, you can go to yingme.app, yingme, YINGME.app, and you can onboard online. Or for those that want to onboard via their phone, if you have an Android, you just go to Ying and then space group skill sharing. If you have an iOS, you can go to Ying space, then group skill sharing on iOS on the App Store. So whatever is your preference, you can onboard that way.
I put all that in the chat for anyone that is wondering how to spell anything.
Right. Does that help you guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Karla and Victoria. So we will definitely have this for our community. I'm going to put this up in the newsletter that we put out and on YouTube, so we can kind of jumpstart and get this introduced to everybody. So thank you guys again for your time. Don't forget TFA merch on tfapopup.com, RSVP to our upcoming events, our future artist talks, at linktree.e/artist. And then also keep on your radar our event in Miami for the Liberation of Beauty for TFA pop-up on November 30th through December 4th. Again, thank you, Ying family, Karla and Victoria, so much. If you all have any questions on how to access Ying, in our recap, I will put the Ying information. You'll have a link to this video, as well as information to get in contact with them and myself. So if you need a walkthrough, I can walk you through, or you can join one of our other onboarding sessions for the TFA community. But I hope that you all have a wonderful 4th of July weekend, that you're spending time with your family and loved ones, or however you decide to celebrate or relax this weekend. Thank you all for joining us again as we restart the Artist Circle program and these talks. And I pray that you guys just enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.